Next, please. No, next, please. Okay. This pyramid shows a, evolution of startups. The startups at day one, so they are nothing, and they will evolve and make a growth and becoming very well-known company and realize exit, IPO and M&A. So in the process is a pyramid. So that means in the process, many startups are gone, but that's a basic theory of startups, evolutions. Okay, at the bottom is called angel round, and the company got the money from founder and angel investors. And next one from bottom, Series A and Series B. Series A means the first funding from venture capital by startups. Series B means second. And what is Series C? The third one from the bottom. Series C, in case of Series C, the amount of money startups will get becomes big. Well, so that means their funding ability has become big, can make a preparation to make a big business. In case of Series ABC, venture capital will make a main role, and plus strategic partner. It's strategic partner companies. Well, let's say in case of IT companies, big IT enterprise and SIR will become strategic partners. And before IPO, the company will become healthy in a financial way, so they can get a loan from banks, also corporate investors. Next one, please. This chart shows the challenges for growth process of startups. There are three challenges for startups in a growing process. Well, especially I'm talking about research and development, the university spin-offs, the company who create a service and product based on basic research made by universities. In that case, they will deliver between research and development, and also value of this between development and commercialization, and Darwinian C between commercialization and industrialization. Well, if you want to become successful, you have to, you have to go through those three kind of hurdles, which are not easy to be done, but entrepreneurs have to do it. Next one, please. This page mentions more detail about three challenges. Well, we can make a list of to describe what kind of challenges each of them are, and what kind of efforts entrepreneurs have to do to go through those hurdles. Next one, please. Okay, I have talked about the investment in innovation. Well, from a investee point of view, investors have to find good startups. What is good startups? That means the ones who can go through those three hurdles. So investors have to understand which company can do that. Okay. Fourth topic is unicorn, successful examples. Next one, please. Unicorn. What is a unicorn? Next one, please. Unicorn is not a real animal. It's man-made animal in just a stories. It's a horse with a big horn at the head, in front of the head. And in the financial industry, unicorn, if you mention unicorn, it means big private health startup companies. Valuation of the company is 1 billion or more. It's an equity valuation, not a sales. Sales of 1 billion is huge in case of startups. However, well, even if the sales amount is smaller than this figure, valuation can be much bigger than 1 billion. And the company should be a young one. Next one, please. So this is a historical chart. How many unicorns exist in the world from 2017 and now? Well, 18 years ago, there are more than 100 unicorns in the world. Well, at early 2010, well, number of unicorns was less than 100. Yes, it was a unicorn. So that means it was difficult to find. But now in the world, 1,200 unicorn exist. It's not unicorn anymore because it's easy to be found. It's the power of financial market. Okay. So by geographical scattering, USA is the biggest. Next one is China, and Europe, and Asia, in this order. Next one, please. This is the top 10 list of big unicorns. Well, this data is July of 2024. The biggest one is ByteDance, who is providing TikTok. It is the biggest one. And next one is SpaceX. I think ByteDance right now is domiciled in Singapore, not China anymore. Well, those two valuation of those two companies is more than $100 billion. They are, 100 times bigger than unicorn. So they're not unicorn anymore. They are called hexacorn. And the company whose valuation is more than $10 billion are called decacorns. Okay, next page, please. Well, this table shows ranking 40s to ranking 128. I had excluded non-Asia companies and China companies. Excluding non-Asia and China, most of them are India companies. Next one, please. If ranking from 400 to 700, now we can find several Japanese companies and Indonesian companies. Akuraku, I think most of them are familiar with these companies. And well, so why we cannot find many, unicorns at non-China Asia and non-India Asia? It's because of a structure of financial. It's because of a difference of financial market. And well, especially I want to talk about Japan. Why we cannot see many unicorns in Japan? Because in our country, big enterprise are making an important role to do research and development, long-term research and development. And big enterprise are very influential compared to startups. Well, it's not necessarily a good thing, but it's a reality and a fact. So this economic and market structure is different from China and USA. So that's why in Japan it is difficult to find a unicorn, even though the economic value is big. Next one, please. So reasons of disparity in the appearance of unicorns among countries: market size, funding environment, talent pool. So China and USA are very aggressive, and so many innovative people, and so on. Technology leadership is another important point. Next one, please. Okay, what investors consider important? What are the point? So investors think important in making an investment decision. The one is quality of technology. Well, if you think about university spin-off, quality of technology is very important. So this should be original and should be prestigious, and also should have a good reputation in academic society. They are very necessary. And other ones are different from technology and research development and also basic research. First on the mission and vision of the company. What kind of mission and vision the entrepreneur has? How to change the society, how to make a new value, something like that. And goal, business model, human resources. Well, later of this presentation, I'm gonna mainly talk about goals, program setting. One of the factor entrepreneurs should have. One of the factors which attract investors. Next one, please. Next topic is innovation process and open innovation. Next one, please. Next one, please. Okay. Again, I have to talk about difference between innovation and breakthroughs. So this is quite an important topic for entrepreneurs. Next one, please. There is a quiz. Who invested first incandescent light bulb in the 19th century? Could anybody answer these questions? Could anybody? At the main room? Nobody? I think it's easy questions. Okay. Let's go to the next. Okay. Answer is not Edison. Correct answer is Swan. Joseph Swan. Next page, please. When I made these questions, more than 90% people answered Edison, but Swan. Swan made patent file of the light few months prior to Edison. So that's why Swan is inventor of the light bulb. Next page, please. However, why Edison is more famous than Swan? Swan invented light bulb. He is an inventor. But Edison is implementer. He implemented so many things, including electric generator, grid, telephone, movie projector, and photograph, and so many things, which we are still using and still useful in our society. So this implementation has made Edison quite famous person for many years. Edison had great impact on real society. This is a hint of innovation. Next one, please. Breakthrough and innovation. Breakthrough is original scientific discoveries, but innovation is different. Innovation is the process of introducing new combination of economic activities. Economic activities means new goods, new quality of goods, new methods of production, new markets, new source of supply, new organizational structures. Breakthrough is not equal to innovation. Well, I mentioned technology, but this should be innovation. Well, breakthrough is included in innovation. But this is what Joseph Schumpeter says. In the theory of economic development, he invented a way of thinking of innovations. But still, some engineers and researchers think technology is equal to innovation, but it's not. Next one, please. This kind of misunderstanding happening anywhere. Well, in case of graphic user interface, Steve Jobs is very important, very famous, but he's implementer, not inventor. In case of DOS, Bill Gates is implementer, but not an inventor. So, entrepreneur and innovator should become an implementer. That's the point. Next one, please. Okay. How to become an implementer? As a tool, open innovation should be mentioned. Next one, please. What is open innovation? I can call OI. OI is a business model that promotes the use of both internal and external ideas and market paths to create values. When you do a research at universities, well, always you should have research partner within university, also without university. Research partner is very important for you to do excellent research. But research is a part of innovation. Okay, let's think about what companies are doing. Next one, please. This chart shows what companies are doing from idea to the market. This is a value chain. As the upstream, idea comes, the downstream, market and product comes. And at the, every process of value chains, OI can be effective. If you want to become an innovative companies, you should look for OI partner at a many point of value chain. That's a message from open innovations. This is different from just a research idea. Different from joint research. Of course, joint research is an important part of OI, but it's not everything. Okay, next one, please. You can skip it. If you are, okay, why don't you look at the right-hand side? If you are entrepreneur or a university researcher, you want to find good OI partner from a list of big enterprise. So, what kind of company you should pick up from the list? Well, co-creation will be made between the two partners, between left and right. But why don't you look at big enterprise? The organization is very complicated. They are very segmented. So if you talk to just a research and development division, you cannot necessarily make a co-creation with this partner. Or headquarter within big enterprise is necessary. So therefore, when you look for a partner, big enterprise, the one who has OI headquarter should be selected in order to make a successful OI. Next one, please. There are so many examples of OI accomplishment. In case of antibody drug, autonomous drive, image sharing, recycled satellite, generative AI, GPU, there are so many examples. Well, idea and research made by startups and university will be enhanced capital and human resource and brand of big enterprise. Well, this is a very usual, successful combination. Okay, next one, please. Okay, before I said for successful investors, successful entrepreneurs, ideas and program setting is important. So at the end of this presentation, I'm going to talk about those issues, those topics. Next one, please. Idea is quite important for innovations. So I'm going to talk about structure of innovation idea. Next one, please. This is the innovation process. At the initial point, you have innovation idea, and based on idea, you make a business strategy, which includes technology, IP, marketing, organization, financial, finance, and so on. And after that, you execute plan, and measuring, you're gonna measure results and learn from the results and make new hypotheses and improve idea. This cycle is an innovation process. Next one, please. This innovation idea is quite important. Next one, please. What's innovation idea? Next one, please. Okay. Perfect analogy is gold rush in 19th century in United States. Next one, please. As you know, late mid-19th century, within United States, people rushed to West Coast in California to get gold. And next one, please. But very limited people could find gold. Most of the people couldn't find it. They are failure. However, there were unexpected winners in gold rush. Who are unexpected winners? The first one is Levi's. Why don't you look at the left side? Levi's. So jeans was made at this gold rush period. Originally, jeans was made wagon foot. It sounds like a Western story of USA. And shovel manufacturers became a growing company, and transcontinental railroad was also a booming business. So person who named Stanford became wealthy based on railroad business, and he made the Stanford universities. And also real estate and hotel company and financial industry was becoming industries. Important points. Nobody found actual gold from those lists. However, they become wealthy. So that means unexpected winners. Next one, please. This analogy is similar to internet. As you know, mid-1990s, internet became implemented in the society and business. At the time in 1990s, there was a discussion who found gold in internet gold rush. So many people say portal technology like a Yahoo or Lycos or MSN or something as a portal business should be a winner who can find gold. But however, reality, most of them were gone. Only Google exists right now. On the other hand, PC manufacturers, mobile phone manufacturers, smartphone manufacturers also who created application based on those devices were winners. They could find they could get money. However, they were not interested in internet gold, basic or infrastructure technologies. However, they became growing business. So this lesson says infrastructure is very important for breakthrough. However, application can be bigger business than infrastructure without making a big capital, without paying big capital. Next one, please. So cutting edge idea is important for this point. For gold rush and internet, cutting edge idea existed. Next one, please. What is a cutting edge idea? This is first of a kind and realistic. Next one, please. It is the structure of idea making. First of all, you have to set problem and identify clients and select tools and present solutions. Well, which one is most important? Clearly, problem setting, not selecting tools. Why? Tools and technology can easily be can become cheap, or how do you say? Okay, breakthrough technology is at the beginning is very rare. Nobody understood. However, it becomes very widely used, and price will become lower very quickly. However, value of problem setting can be maintained. Next one, please. There are various kinds of problems: social, business, life, and entertainment. Next one, please. Let me give you one example of a cutting-edge idea. It's a global soap project. There is a country called Uganda in Africa. There is a dictator in the country. So many people escaped from there and become a refugee. And one person became a refugee and escaped to United States. At the beginning, he stayed at a hotel of United States, and and he found soap at the hotel room replaced every day, even though the the hotel guests haven't used everything. And he thought it's ridiculous and brought it to a hotel front desk and told it's included in hotel price. And he was surprised again. Well, because on the right hand side, poor countries and refugee camp has hydrogen problems. They need fresh water and soap, and also medical device. So soap are quite important. So therefore, recycled soap can be delivered to refugee camp and poor countries. Hilton Hotel was become a big supporter of this project. So there is a lesson for this project, because just a recycled soap is not a charming project, because you cannot get money from a recycled soap, and just not charming. However, this recycled soap will be delivered to refugee camp is very important. This is a combination of two problem settings. So that's why this project has become a very charming, and this is an example of cutting edge ideas. Next one, please. You can skip it. Also, you can skip it. Well, this is the philosopher Marx Gabriel in Germany said, AI cannot be an excellent problem setting. So AI is a solver of the issues. Human intellect is the ability to discover issues within limited time. Well, well, this is the chance for new business. So now people are just making a focus on how to solve issues by using AI. But if the issues is not adequate or not interesting or not original, your innovation idea will not be charming. Next one, please. This Japanese person, Joichi Ito, former MIT, he said, generative AI excels at multiplying and elaborating rather than creating from scratch. So that means generative AI will give us so many hints how to mix multiple problem setting. Why don't you go back a theory of innovation, Schumpeter, by Schumpeter. Schumpeter, at 100 years ago, Schumpeter says same things. How to make a innovation, how to make an innovation idea. He says, innovation is how to mix multiple problems. So this is the base of how to create innovations. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you for attention.
Thank you, Prof. Ozaki. Prof. Ozaki, do we have a question and answer session? Maybe.
Oh, sure.
Okay. I think we have one or two questions from the audience. If you are online, please chat on the chat box or just say it in Bahasa or in English. And in Bahasa, I will translate it to Prof. Ozaki. And we have a hybrid session offline in a room. If you have any question, just say to Prof. Ozaki. Baik, ada pertanyaan? Maybe Prof. Ozaki, just a short question from me that how your work on the commercialization to bridging the research from university to the industry.
How to make a bridge?
Yeah, and then how, could you tell me how it is work? Because we are doing research. Lecturers doing research, and then also students will also doing research based on his and his teammates, and also doing research to the lecturers, and then how we can commercialize it to the industry.
Sure.
Thank you.
Well, as I have told, making a good program setting is very important. Because based on problem, you can find a good customer and good market, but it's not easy task. So you have to go back and forth and time consuming. So you shouldn't think you can do it very easy or in a short time. But I'd like you to remember structure of innovation and the structure of making ideas. I think this is very important. So many people will, forget about it and just think about quality of technology. So what my AI can do this. And so that's why my AI is better than AI of other people. That kind of presentation is not necessarily effective. So people or bridge person between research and market should always think about applications. Well, this is a very down-earth activities. You know, um, that that bridging person, okay, if researcher will try become a bridge person, he or she have to detail about the research and also a good part of the market. So the bridge person don't have to become a market person, but he has to understand some sort of market. Otherwise, you cannot be a bridge person. Of course, there is a different way. So market person will try to become a bridge person by learning research or basic research. But that task is more difficult than for research person try to become a bridge person. Okay, that's it.
Yeah, thank you, Professor. Now in our office, we are doing on that effort. As you see at the beginning of your joining the Zoom, there's a small presentation of me. We try to incubate the startups and the ideas from the students here in our university. We have maybe 6 until 7 months of incubation process, and try to engage and then to validate the ideas of students regarding the problems and then the market. So I think this is the the end of our session. Thank you so much, Professor. I will contact you intensely on email. Yeah, thank you so much. Otsukare sama desu. Hi.
Terima
Thank you.
kasih. Bye bye.
All right. Once again, thank you. The opportunities and the risk involved, especially in today's rapidly evolving digital enforcement. Thank you, Professor. Semoga dalam pertemuan ini dapat menghadirkan insight mengenai investment terlebih terkait opportunity dan juga resikonya sendiri. Terima kasih.
Next, terus ke bawah, terus langsung ke kriteria pendaftar ya. Jadi di atas Mas. Kriterianya adalah satu bahwa terdiri dari satu dan atau dua orang mahasiswa, bisa dari mahasiswa full mahasiswa aktif atau mahasiswa dengan dosen, ketuanya bisa dosen, ketuanya bisa mahasiswa. Jadi memang bisa dari kedua belah pihak. Kalau bisa lintas disiplin ilmu. Nah, jadi yang paling laris biasanya kan teman-teman Filkom ya dan teman-teman sains. Lalu ya mahasiswa aktifnya bisa S1, D3, S2, S3, lalu ada KTM yang masih aktif, lalu pengusul itu juga memiliki gagasan, sudah ada idenya dan juga sudah ada produknya, lalu sudah teruji, ada prototypingnya. Jadi kalau di teman-teman pertanian itu sekarang lagi kembangkan drone yang di laut ya, kalau nggak salah ya Pak ya, itu juga bisa mengikuti kegiatan ini. Lalu belum pernah mengikuti proses inkubasi yang kita lakukan khususnya, tapi kalau memang sudah terinkubasi di inkubator lain nggak ada masalah. Tapi selama inkubasinya belum sama kita, itu sah-sah saja untuk mengikuti ini. Ini supaya nggak double funding dengan yang pernah kita lakukan. Lalu Lalu pengusul punya komitmen karena nanti akan ada serangkaian